Your cat is watching you while you sleep, and today you're going to discover exactly what goes through his mind when he climbs onto your chest, closes his eyes, and chooses you as the safest place in the world. Veterinary behaviorists and feline ethologists have studied this phenomenon for decades. What they found will completely change the way you look at your cat from this day forward. But there's something almost nobody talks about. And if you don't stay until the end, you'll keep making a mistake that could be pushing your cat away from you without you even realizing it. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever stopped to think about why, out of all the places in the house, the soft couch, that cozy armchair, the fluffy blanket, your cat chooses your chest? It's not a coincidence. It's not because it's just comfortable. There's an evolutionary, emotional, and even chemical reason behind this choice. And when you understand what's really happening, you'll never look at your cat the same way again. Let's start with the basics. Cats are animals that, in the wild, live in a constant state of alertness. They're predators, yes, but they're also prey. This means that even while they sleep, part of their brain is always on guard. Now think about this. If sleep is a cat's most vulnerable moment, why would he choose to sleep right on top of you? The answer is deeper than you think. When a cat climbs onto your chest and closes his eyes, he's making a statement. A statement that, in feline language, is more powerful than any purr. He's saying, "I trust you with my life." But that's just the surface, because behind this choice lies a code. A communication system your cat uses every single day, and that you're probably ignoring. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to decode this system for you. First, let's talk about temperature. Cats have a higher body temperature than we do, somewhere between 100.4 degrees and 102.5 degrees. This means they need more warmth to feel comfortable. And guess which part of the human body is one of the warmest? Exactly, the chest. Your torso radiates heat constantly, especially when you're lying down. For a cat, this is like a personal fireplace, a heated spa available 24 hours a day. But if it were just about warmth, he could sleep on an electric blanket, right? So why does he prefer you? Because there's another factor. And this is the one that truly matters, the heartbeat. When you're lying down, relaxed, your heart beats in a slow, steady rhythm. This sound, this pulse, is incredibly familiar to your cat. Do you know why? Because he heard this same rhythm when he was a kitten, when he was piled up with his siblings, pressed against his mother's body. Her heartbeat was the soundtrack of safety. And now, without even realizing it, you've become that mother to him. This isn't romanticism, it's science. Studies show that cats who were properly weaned, at least 12 weeks with their mother, tend to seek out this kind of physical contact more frequently. They learned that warmth plus heartbeat, absolute safety. And when they find that in you, they simply can't resist. But here's where it gets interesting. If your cat sleeps on your chest every night, it means he's placed you in a special category. Not just any human receives this honor. You were chosen. Now let me tell you about the scent of trust. Cats have facial glands that produce pheromones. When they rub their face against you, they're leaving an invisible chemical mark. This mark says, "This is mine. This is safe." When your cat sleeps on your chest, he's surrounded by your scent. And not just any scent, the blended scent. His scent combined with yours. For him, it's like sleeping wrapped in a blanket that smells like home. But there's a detail most people don't know. The position he sleeps in on your chest also has meaning. If he sleeps curled up in a ball, with his tail covering his nose, he's in heat conservation mode. It's probably a bit cold in the room. If he sleeps stretched out, with his belly exposed, that's the maximum vulnerability a cat can display. And if he sleeps with his head turned toward your face, he's monitoring you, not in a threatening way. He wants to be the first thing you see when you wake up. It's the feline version of saying, "Good morning. I was here the whole time." Now here's a question many people ask. My cat sleeps on my chest, but only sometimes. What does that mean? Relax. It doesn't mean he loves you less. Cats have cycles. They go through phases of greater need for contact and phases of greater independence. Factors like room temperature, season, and even changes in your routine can influence this. If you change jobs, started waking up earlier, or are going through a stressful period, your cat feels it. And sometimes his way of dealing with it is to take a temporary step back. It's not rejection, it's processing. But there's one scenario you need to pay attention to. If your cat always slept on your chest and suddenly stopped completely, it could be a sign that something changed. It could be physical discomfort, pain he feels when jumping or settling in. It could be a change in the environment that made him feel insecure. Or it could be that he's trying to tell you something. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about now. Because your cat's communication goes far beyond purring. Did you know cats have over 100 different vocalizations? Dogs have about 10. Cats have over 100. And here's the fascinating part. Most of these vocalizations were developed exclusively to communicate with humans. Wild cats are practically silent. They don't meow at each other. But domestic cats learned, over thousands of years, that meowing works, that humans respond. So they created an entire language just to talk to you. The problem, you probably only understand 5% of it. Let's start with the eyes. When your cat looks at you and blinks slowly, he's giving you a kiss. Yes, a kiss. In feline language, slow blinking is a sign of absolute trust. He's saying, "I feel so safe with you that I can close my eyes." And if you blink back, you're responding in the same language. Try it tonight. Look at your cat, blink slowly, and watch his reaction. Most cats will blink back. It's a silent conversation of love. Now let's talk about the tail. A cat's tail is like a real-time mood indicator. Tail up, with the tip curved like a question mark. He's happy and curious, open to interaction. Tail straight up and trembling slightly. That's extreme excitement. Usually happens when he sees you after some time apart. Tail down, pressed against his body. Fear or insecurity. Something in the environment is making him uncomfortable. Tail swishing rapidly from side to side. Careful. That's not happiness. That's growing irritation or frustration. Many people confuse this with a dog's tail wag and end up getting swatted. And the ears? Ears forward. Attention and interest. Ears turned to the side. Processing information or mildly annoyed. Ears flattened back. Fear or imminent aggression. If you can learn to read your cat's ears, you can predict his behavior minutes in advance. It's like having a superpower. But here's the signal that confuses people the most. Purring. Everyone thinks cat purring, happy cat. And that's true, most of the time. But cats also purr when they're in pain, when they're scared, when they're at the vet about to get a shot. Why? Because purring is a self-healing mechanism. The frequency of the vibration, between 25 and 150 hertz, helps calm the nervous system and can even accelerate bone healing. So when your cat is on your chest purring, he might be happy, but he might also be healing himself, or healing you. That's right. There are studies suggesting that the vibration from purring can have therapeutic effects on humans too. Stress reduction, lower blood pressure, anxiety relief. When your cat climbs onto your chest and starts purring, he might be treating you. He might be, in his own way, taking care of you. And this brings us to the next point. A point that's going to shatter everything you thought you knew about cats. Because there's a very popular myth I need to destroy right now. You've heard this before. Cats are independent. They don't need you. They just tolerate you because you give them food. This is a lie. A lie that's been repeated so many times that people started believing it. And this lie is damaging the relationships of millions of owners with their cats. I'm going to prove it to you. In 2019, researchers at Oregon State University conducted a study on attachment in cats. They used the same test that's applied to human babies to measure bonding with parents. The result? 65% of cats demonstrated secure attachment to their owners. That's more than the percentage of human babies who demonstrate secure attachment. Cats aren't indifferent. They just communicate differently. Think about it. When you come home after a day at work, does your cat come to greet you? Does he follow you to the bathroom? Does he stay in the same room as you, even when he could be anywhere else in the house? That's attachment. That's bonding. That's love. In his language. The difference is that cats don't jump, don't bark, don't wag their tails frantically. They show it subtly, and if you don't know how to read these signals, you miss it. Another myth that needs to die. Cats are vengeful. You've heard stories about cats that peed on their owner's bed because they were angry? It's not revenge. Cats don't have the cognitive capacity to plan revenge. They don't think, I'm going to pee here to get back at him for what he did yesterday. What they have is stress, anxiety, discomfort. When a cat pees outside the litter box, he's telling you something is wrong. It could be a urinary tract infection. It could be a dirty litter box. It could be a change in the environment that made him feel insecure. It's not revenge. It's communication. And if you punish him for it, you only make things worse. And there's one more myth I need to address. If my cat wanted affection, he would come to me. Not always. Some cats are more reserved, especially cats that were adopted as adults or who had traumatic experiences. They might want affection, but they don't know how to ask for it. They might be waiting for you to take the first step. And if you never offer, they never receive. Now, why am I telling you all this? Because when your cat climbs onto your chest every night, he's doing something extraordinary. He's overcoming thousands of years of survival instinct. He's ignoring the voice in his head that says, don't be vulnerable. He's choosing you. And the question remains, are you choosing him back? Are you paying attention to the signals? Are you speaking his language? Because if you're not, you might be missing the chance for the deepest connection of your life. Let's get practical. Now that you know what it means when your cat sleeps on your chest, what do you do with this information? First, don't change anything abruptly. If your cat always sleeps with you and suddenly you start closing the bedroom door, you're breaking trust. You're saying, in his language, you're no longer welcome. Second, learn to observe before acting, before picking up your cat, before petting him, before interacting. Observe his body language. Is he relaxed, ears forward, tail calm, or is he tense, ears to the side, tail twitching? If you learn to read these signals before acting, you avoid forced interactions. And forced interactions are the fastest path to eroding trust. Third, create rituals. Cats love routine. They thrive on predictability. If you want to strengthen the bond, create fixed moments of connection. It could be a specific playtime. It could be that moment of affection before bed. It could be the feeding routine with interaction. The important thing is consistency. When your cat knows what to expect from you, he feels safe. And when he feels safe, he opens up more. Fourth, respond in his language. Remember the slow blink? Use it. When your cat looks at you, slowly blink back. When he rubs his face against you, rub back gently on the cheek or forehead. When he shows his belly, pay attention here. It's not always an invitation for pets. Sometimes it's just a display of trust. Watch his reaction. If he stays relaxed, you can touch. If he tenses up or moves his paws, respect the boundary. Fifth, be present. It sounds obvious, but it's not. When you're on the couch with your phone, you're not present. you're somewhere else, and your cat feels it. Take a few minutes each day to really be with your cat. No distractions, no screens. It could just be sitting near him and watching. It could be playing with a string. It could be petting him while he purrs. These moments of true presence are more powerful than hours of distracted company. And sixth, accept that you won't understand everything. Cats are mysterious. It's part of their nature. And it's okay not to have all the answers. What matters is being open, being curious, being willing to learn. Because the more you understand your cat, the more he opens up to you. It's a virtuous cycle, and it starts with the decision to pay attention. Now I want to make you an invitation. You made it this far. That means you're the kind of owner who truly cares. You don't just want to have a cat. You want to understand him. You want a real connection. And that's rare. That's special. But I have a confession to make. Everything I told you today is just the tip of the iceberg. Your cat talks to you all the time. When he needs you with his paws. When he brings gifts. When he stares at you at 3 a.m. Every behavior has a meaning. Every gesture is a word. But you don't understand his dialect yet. That's why I created the ebook, The Secret Language of Your Cat, the definitive guide to translating what he thinks, feels, and needs. Over 50 behaviors explained, every meow decoded, every tail position translated. After reading this ebook, you'll never look at your cat with confusion again. You'll look with understanding, and he'll feel the difference. The link is right here in the description. First thing you see when you scroll down. Click now while the video is still fresh in your mind, because the worst thing you can do is watch all of this, get emotional, and not take action. Transformation only happens when you take the next step. And before you go, if you learned something new today, comment "I knew it" down below. I want to see how many of you already suspected that your cat's behavior had this meaning. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tomorrow there's a new video, and I guarantee you won't want to miss it. Hit the bell to get the notification, and take a look at your cat right now. He's probably watching you, and now you finally understand why. See you tomorrow.